stream forward in horizontal mode, so that's okay. I'm not sure that I can alter that in any given way anyways. So how you doing? There's a massive problem, everybody, in Flexi, the new version that you can download online with monthly subscription. And again, this is only for the people with an Epson S80600. All other models are not included in this problem. This is a real serious issue that we're having with Epson S80600, and there's probably no way to get around this. And we're going to take a look at this, and we're going to do a deep dive and see if we can't solve the problem, because as you know, it is a brutal issue that we're having. We can only enter a CMYK profile right now, and that is on the 9-channel color printer. I've spent hours trying to figure this out, and I've spent a little bit of time with Flexi engineers, and they seem to think that between the last upgrade, you cannot get the 9 channels. So they lost it. I asked them how long it's going to take to fix the problem, and they have absolutely no idea. So if you have an Epson S8600, and let me just see if I can't find a video that shows the entire printer that I have, because we definitely want a visual of it. So if you have this printer right here, this is where your problem begins, because you cannot enter into a profile that you need to get to hit certain colors. So I'm not at the shop right now, and we're just going to try to dive into this and see if we can't fix the issue. I don't know that we can. How you doing out there in YouTube world? I've been home for the last few days, not really feeling all that good. But if you have this printer right here, everybody, Epson S SureColor 8600. We'll get into this right now. So as you know, when you send your file off to print, right, you want to add your crop marks, very easy. Contour cut marks are now there. And let's say we send this off to file, and we've put this in our production manager. And now we just want to pull this up, take a look at it. Our cut lines are here. And now we want to be able to add to the process our profile. Right now I have it set up in the IJ180MC, which is the standard type of vinyl paper, vinyl product that's out there. But now you see that we're in color mode. Well, what does color mode mean, right? I can print color, white with 2 layers, metallic, but this is not the problem. As you see, right now we're in CMYK. And as I've shown everybody earlier, the printer is more than a CMYK printer, okay? So the printer here, let's see if I can't just get a screenshot of this. All right, as you can see, the colors for the printer: orange, light black, black, blue. That's going to be our red, or that's magenta, yellow, red, and our light colors. This is 9 colors, right? We don't want to print in CMYK, though we could print in CMYK, no problem. Say we want to come and hit this custom button. Here's our CMYK process right here. For those of you that don't know how to change your profiles or whatever, we're going to use color correction, choose our number of passes, And then, right, when we come over here, here's where the problem begins. You see that we have a 2-bit and an 8-bit 9-channel color profile right here, okay? And I don't know how many other people, you know, this is happening to, because if you've just updated or you're on the monthly subscription with Flexi, you're SOL. You're not going to be able to enter those 9 colors. Currently, I do know that the pirated version of Flexi, which is on Etsy or one of these people, may have an earlier version that gives you the 9 colors. Prior to April, you know, when I had my cancer surgery, I was able to print in 9 colors and could hit some of the most beautiful red, beautiful oranges. I can't now. Nobody can. Nobody can who has the Flexi right now. It is impossible to reach this. Cast a spell. Yeah, no joke. So there's really no spell. So let me explain why. You got 2 options. Let's say we want to go to 8-bit, right? It adds the 9 colors and we're like, hooray, let's add the 9 colors, right? Let's get after it. Let's make some money. I'll start at 2-bit first of all, but then I have to go change over here. Not a problem. So in 2-bit, we're going to call this new color mode, and let's just call this 9-channel, 9CH, right? When I go to hit save, it's going to tell me that I need to rename these light colors, and this is where the problem begins. So your light colors must be named beginning with light followed by its dark color name. Example, light cyan. Well, there's light cyan right there. And there's nothing else that you can type in there. Process, we're not doing a process. We're not doing a spot color. Let's say we do none, right? Well, you can't because you have to do light. So no matter what, that's going to be the problem. Let's say we want to save this and go into print. You can't. Right? So now let's close out of here and say maybe it's a 2-bit problem. And we want to come over here to 8-bit. See if that'll solve the problem. 9-channel, 9CH. Well, so maybe it's something in the number of passes. So let's try to go to 8 passes. I print a lot in 8 pass. And now we're going to go to custom. We're going to change this now to 8-bit light colors, save. And now the color mode name cannot be empty. So let's try CMYK, light cyan, light magenta, black, red, orange. Okay, so this gives us an idea. You can't enter it. So I got on the phone with Flexi for just print it, bro. Yeah, well, there runs into a problem with that, right? So more than just print it. Yes, I could print it in CMYK, but I'm trying to reach some reds and I'm trying to reach some orange colors. I can't, and the reason being is magenta is not red, okay? And the colors needed to make orange are really not going to make orange, and that's what your profile is for. So, oh, sorry, I apologize. New medicines, and man, they're making me very tired, and it's something I'm dealing with. So we can't do it. I talked to Flexi engineers yesterday, and they said that it's going to take months to figure out what the problem was, and that the problem was there in 2022. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if the problem was there in 2022 and I can't even reach the output to save the file as a PDF or save the file as an export with my cut lines on it, because I can't reach the colors now. I'm in CMYK. I'm saving as CMYK, not saving as a 9-channel color. That's a problem. And so when you buy the software for $70 a month, and you can't activate your 9 colors, you know, it's kind of aggravating. So what shall we do? The only method that exists is the pirated version that you can get on Etsy, right? And then when you go into the Etsy and you download that program, well, then you can't input the profiles that you save from Microsoft Edge, in which I'll go ahead and load up Edge, because maybe if you're using Flexi for another printer, you know, you want to be able to get your color. So let's try to do that. Let's try to go to Edge and Dashboard and see if I can't get in there. Okay, so we're in here right now. And as you can see, because the printer's not hooked up, none of these will show up. The way that you get profile on your Epson printer for your Epson printer is by going through the Epson Edge Media Library. Within the Epson Edge Media Library, you know, I can't access everything because, again, I'm not hooked up to the printer, but I do have videos on how to get these files, okay? There are no files that you can download that are for a calibration of 9 colors anymore, but there is within the pirated version. Doesn't that make sense to you? So Flexi, who designs this program, has disabled the 9 colors, but if you pirate the program, you get the 9 colors. You just can't import the profiles into the printer and then into the RIP, and then the RIP to recognize it because of the update. So what shall we do? Yeah, the cracked version, but you know, the cracked version. Hi, Lori or Lee. I'm sorry. Claudio, how you doing? You like corn dogs? So, hi, Dennis. And Darisi T, or I don't know. I'm just going to say T, okay? So there's nothing you can do. You can't access the profiles paying $800 a year through Flexi. And if you're somebody like me that has Onyx is very hard to use. What makes Flexi so special is this right here. And unless you know how to do this in Photoshop or what do you call it, Adobe Illustrator, you're going to have somewhat of a hard time. So let's come over here. Once again, we're going to clear our contour cut, right? So no matter what you're using now, as we clear our contour cuts, you have 2 options that you can do, right? You come in here, you see that it's showing you this is a PNG. You want to now go into your effects, go to contour cut, and it's going to give you the availability to grab your offset, pull your offset out, pull your offset in, and or use your dial right here and just go to 0, right? That's what makes Flexi so special. So now that when you print this, right, we're going to do keep RIP print and settings here. You can see that, of course, here it didn't add my cut marks for some reason. Let's go over here, contour cut 0, click our check box. Now they're there. Come back and send it off to print. And then here's our cut file, right? And let's just say here we're at 32 or so. All right, so we got our file with our cut marks loaded in, okay? And we'll just go ahead and keep adding. Something's going on here. Nonetheless, for crap's sake, we'll get around this. Flexi's also been having a problem lately where it's adding 2 cut lines, 2 extra additional cut lines to the file. But usually everything works correctly, right? So if we go back into Production Manager, we're going to hit cancel, and let's say we click this, it's going to show our file perfect, right? But once again, this is what makes Flexi so unique. Other than that, you have to go into Adobe and create your file. So, you know, I don't know what to say about the Epson S80600. We can't use the cracked version to reach that 9-color profile because Flexi has prohibited us from adding those profiles into the RIP because it's cracked. And at the same time, Flexi has disabled the 9 colors for all Epson users.